Nestled deep within the heart of the Siberian tundra, where winter's icy grip never loosens, lies a village so remote that it has become more myth than reality. Known only as Karpayevsk, its existence is a whisper among explorers and a mystery to cartographers. I, Ethan Clark, a documentary filmmaker, had dedicated my life to uncovering hidden corners of the world, when a cryptic note and an old map arrived at my office, promising the story of a lifetime. I couldn't resist. The note read, "Karpayevsk survives where no one should." The expedition to Karpayevsk was no small feat. My team consisted of Maria, an anthropologist, Sergei, our Russian guide, and Lena, a linguist. On our second day, the helicopter could go no further. The pilot dropped us off near a frozen river. "This is where you'll start," he said. With no communication devices, we set off on foot, our supplies packed tightly onto sleds. The silence of the wilderness was profound. On the second night, as we camped beneath a canopy of stars, Maria voiced what we were all thinking. "Do you think Karpayevsk is real?" she asked. "It has to be," I said, though doubt gnawed at me. By the third day, the landscape had shifted, and the air grew eerily still. Sergei stopped abruptly, his hand on his rifle. "Do you feel that?" he asked. The silence. Not even the wind. It was as if the world had paused. That evening, we found the first sign of human presence, a weathered wooden totem carved with strange symbols. The totem seemed to mark a threshold. Beyond it, the forest grew denser. Sergei called it the Dead Woods. Locals say this place is cursed. We shouldn't be here. But turning back wasn't an option. On the morning of the fourth day, we stumbled upon it. Karpayevsk. The village lay in a valley, shrouded in mist. At first glance, it appeared abandoned. As we descended, the villagers emerged, clothed in heavy furs, their faces weathered by the elements. An elder spoke in a language none of us recognized, though Lena scrambled to decipher it. The villagers led us to a central hall, where a fire crackled in a massive stone hearth. The elder introduced himself as Yakov, the village's leader. Through Lena's translations, we learned the basics. Karpayevsk had existed for centuries, its people cut off from the outside world. Over the following days, we explored the village. Its people were resilient, crafting everything they needed from the land. Yet their traditions were steeped in mystery. At night, they performed rituals around a massive bonfire, chanting in their ancient tongue. Our breakthrough came when a young villager named Anya approached us in secret. She spoke in broken Russian, warning us about the Zalasheni, the Forsaken. According to her, Karpayevsk wasn't just isolated, it was protected. "There is something in the mountains," she whispered. Anya's warning came too late. One night, a blizzard swept through the valley, cutting off all visibility. As we huddled in our cabin, a terrible sound echoed through the village, a low, guttural roar that didn't belong to any animal we knew. Sergei grabbed his rifle. Outside, chaos reigned. Shadows darted between the houses. I caught a glimpse of something massive, a figure cloaked in darkness, its eyes glowing like embers. The next morning, the village was in mourning. 2 people were missing, their tracks vanishing into the forest. Yakov's demeanor hardened. "You brought this upon us," he said. Maria and Lena tried to reason with him, but it was clear we were no longer welcome. With heavy hearts, we prepared to leave. Anya offered to guide us out, but she insisted we travel by day. Our departure was fraught with tension. The villagers watched us go, their faces a mix of relief and fear. As we entered the forest, I felt their eyes on our backs. The journey back was harrowing. Strange noises followed us, and the sense of being watched never left.